Greetings everyone. I thought that I would kick the tires on this little presentation whiteboard called Dosery, which enables you with an iPad to do a chalk and talk type of demonstration. For this demonstration, I'd like to talk about priorities by triage, or I could say priorities through triage. And some of these ideas, in fact all of these ideas, are borrowed from a skill path seminar that I attended sometime during the 1990s. I think it was about 1992 or so. We all have priorities, and in professional fields, with everything coming at you at the same time, you have a meeting to attend, you have an evaluation to make, you have a plan to author. Multiple priorities and multitasking seems to be the order of the day. And what many professionals do, I have found, I know I do it, is I triage. I decide what's important, and I do it. And if the item to be done doesn't make the cut, I move on. A little skill that I picked up on from SkillPath was to triage in the manner that I am about to describe. Here are a number of tasks. I've got 6 tasks here. Let's say in my field it's create a website, design a flowchart, grade papers. I'm an online learner, so I must post to a discussion thread. I've got to turn in a timesheet. I've got to write a draft of some sort of an application plan. Well, one of the things that I have learned from the SkillPath seminar is to, first of all, prioritize. So I'll put a big P here for prioritize. And then I'll make some numbers. Which is the first thing that I must do? Well, I've got to turn in my timesheet today, so I'll make this my first priority. I've got to grade papers. The students have got to have some feedback. I've got to design a flowchart. No, that's not what I want to do. I've got to write a draft of an application that my boss wants. Now, later on, I've got time to post it to a discussion thread, so I'll make that my 4th priority. This will be my 5th priority. This will be my 6th priority. Okay? Priorities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the non-order that you see. The second thing that I need to do, according to this strategy by SkillPath, is to rank these. Which ones are most important? So I'm going to put R. And I'm going to suggest to you on another page that the top priority, number 1, equals urgent, do now. The second priority is important, must be done. And the third priority will be important but can wait. Okay? Have you got that? It's pretty easy to remember. So let me go back to my ranking page and go through these again and reprioritize, or I guess rank these. Create the website, that would be a 3. It's important but can wait. The design a flowchart idea is something that's important, must be done. Grade papers, must be done now. Post to discussion thread. Well, the deadline for that is 12 noon, so I'm going to make that also important, must be done now. Turn in a timesheet, important. Rather, I should say urgent, must be done now. Write draft. That's something too that's important and must be done. So I've rated them this way. Now, how do you decide what comes first? You simply multiply across to derive a value. So let me go ahead and choose a different ink. I will choose, I think I'll choose green for this one. Alright, okay. So 6 times 3 is 18. 5 times 2 is 10. Grade papers, boom, that's 2. Post a discussion thread, that's 4. Turn in a timesheet, that's Numero uno. Right draft is 6. So you have a different set of values here. And now if you go through these, you can order them. And by ordering them, I'm going to use this tool here. Okay. By ordering them, you can see that this is obviously the one that you've got to do first. I think I'll change the color on that so you can see it a little bit better. Let's see what happens here. I'm playing around with these new tools. Okay, so this is obviously the top priority. This is the second thing that you need to do. This is the third thing that you need to do. And so on and so forth. And you can see that the next thing would be to write a draft, and so on and so forth. So it's a different way of ordering your life and putting first things first. One thing that I have been taught by a librarian is that urgencies trump priorities. So that's one of the governing principles for this entire exercise. What you must do is simply this. And I would argue that this pertains to this class as well. Thank you.